Okay, we're going to move on to John and the Indiana Kellios. Probably the most broken team in this league.
Yeah, you sniped fucking boo out of my hands. Ugh.
And John's team is Z
But
Snorlax,
it's very stupid.
Tapu Bulu, Megalodios, Skarmory, Terrakion, Z Crystal, Thundurus Incarnate, Keldeo, Scolipede. Then he has a Rain with Pelipper and Kingdra. And then he has Rhydon. Which I personally know Rhydon can
I'm gonna say this.
destroy a team.
This. He doesn't have fire type. That's the only bad thing I can really say about this team, is that he doesn't have fire type.
Yeah, he has a level rock weakness.
He's kind of weak to rock. His rock resist is Rhydon and Keldeo.
But I'm noticing
you click
if there's one thing
if you have like
it's a flying weakness. Basically, I gotta burn juice or something I can counter, and bam.
But it's less so. His team is very offensive with some key support mons. Like, he has 6 hyper offense mons, and then he just has like 4 mons that are like balance and Snorlax, and that's it. In League, that's very hard to deal with because we don't all have Toxic X Chansey. But, like, this is the type of team, it's like, you can beat it, you just have to play really smart. You have to play smarter than he does.
Yeah.
Because of how good his
John
core.
Off a ISPL championship, and he's looking to make a championship in the ICL, and I feel he's probably going to be the toughest opponent. So that's why he's facing Aszi most of the time.
Oh, he's not. I don't think his team is the. His team is not the team that I'm the most scared to face. We'll get to that one. I still think you can beat this team.
That was the hashtag button.
Which team I'm talking about when I say that? But John's team is definitely, I'd say, top 2 in the league. It's just stupid, and why did you let him get Kingdra? What's wrong with you?
We'll get to it.
What is wrong with you?
We're going to move on to Primer's team, coach of the Pittsburgh Poplios. His team is Reuniclus, Megalopunny, Blastoise, Rodden, Heat, Amoonguss, Registeel, Kyurem, which is the Xenon, Diancie, Golbat, Rhyperior, and Mismagius. His team is, I personally think, is a lot easier to handle this season.
Yeah.
Whose team?
Primer.
Primer's still Megalopunny for me, so I don't want to talk about him. I don't want to say anything good about him.
Yeah, because 27 is going to Jeff Megalopunny, and Primer just got that right off the bat. Like 4th pick, I think.
Guys, Megas anymore. Thank you. Thanks, Obama. But,
is good. He has a lot of really good threats and a lot of... He has much bulk.
You don't have to think about using to use correctly.
Right.
You don't have to think about, ooh, how do I prep with Reuniclus? Oh, how do I use Rotom Heat right? Oh my god, man, dude, I have no idea how I'm going to use this Amoonguss. Maybe I'll put Spore on it. And then I need a Grass Stab. So I'll give it Giga Drain so it can get its health back. And I need a Poison Stab so I can hit those fairies. Maybe I'll give it Sludge Bomb. Actually, I'll give it Clear Smoke so you can't set up on me. Oh man, but my opponent has a Mega Metagross. Well, I'll give it Foul Play. Oh, they don't have a Mega Metagross. I'll just give it Synthesis. It's brain dead and I hate it.
You'll ever need in your life.
His team is brain dead and I hate it.
Did I hear the grants? Also, whoever edited this dog is bad with spelling. They see a lot of misspells. Commander.
Be patient.
Jerica told me that she knows how Tyler felt when he had to drag you around all the time. And I went and got over Jervis list.
Okay, we're going to move on to Sokka's team. A team I actually like and I want to talk about because I like Sokka as a person.
I don't want to talk about Sokka's team because he had Arcanine and I wanted Arcanine.
Videos. Wilmot.
I have in TISA are because I wanted a different one, but 3 different people were like, guys, I found 27 draft notes. Let's just take the first 3. What about the 4th one? The 4th one's Incineroar. It's trash. Don't get it.
Yeah.
Sokka's team is
Arcanine,
which is his mascot because he is the New York Arcaniners, or Arcanine, so that kind of makes perfect sense. He has Mega Venusaur, which is a very good mon in Draft League.
Don't say how much sense it makes.
In anything in general, except I guess Mono Flying probably doesn't want to.
And Mono Psychic too.
He could have got Growlithe.
He has a Zmon and Manaphy, which that's scary to think about. Even though Manaphy is like the biggest
good.
pool, but what it does.
I will say this team has the best
Doom, Hybrid Vortex.
He is the best.
And then he has Landorus Incarnate. The first time I ever allow Landorus Incarnate, so at least Sokka got it, not like John. And then he has Hitmontop, which is very good for spinning away the rocks. He has Mandibuzz, which is like a staple in the Sokka department. He has Metagross. He has Hoopa. He has Guja. He has Electivire, which hopefully won't get one shot this time. And he has Gardevoir. He has a very good team.
Hey!
I will hopefully... He doesn't have Volcarona, which is a staple in his department as well, but I feel like he'll do very well, and I can't wait to see come playoffs who's at the top of this division's leaderboard.
Shit.
This team is dumb and I hate it. You don't have to think to use this team.
There we go. Okay.
There we go.
And Kayla left.
Okay, so we're down to 2 people.
We're gonna move on to one of the more scarier teams because he looks like he's chimpacked this season, and one of the most hilarious teams. We have. He should be here. Do you want to introduce yourself?
No, I'd rather have other people do it.
We have Jhawk, coach of the Kentucky Fried Chikoritas.
Call him Jhawk and put scorpions in your socks.
He has a Swellow, and he gets an Eevee week 8 if he goes 7-0. He has a Kyurem Black, which is also his Zmon. He has a Volcanion, makes him look like Chimpact with those two. He has a Shadow Tag, Gothitail. He has a Mega Pinsir, which loves rocks. He has a Hitboundon because he doesn't want to run Focus Sash ever in his life. He has a Aromatisse. He has a Nihilego because he just likes people in general. He has an Armaldo, which is good at rapid spinning. He has a Kamala because he loves rapid spin. And he has a Frogadier spelt wrong.
That's because of you, mate.
But
That is.
That's how they
That's
talk.
not talking
That's a
Kentucky.
stereotype, at least.
Commander, you're from the Midwest. You could have did better than that.
I probably should have. I've met many people from the.
Yeah, I'm from the Northeast. I cannot do that accent very well.
Yeah.
So, Mr. J. Cook, what do you have to say?
Jake,
Oh, Mr. J. Kid.
Sokka's here. Sokka's here.
Real far.
You just missed yourself, Sokka. We just talked about your team, like the last team before this, before we started talking about the Kentucky Fried Chikoritas.
Rest in peace.
What I'd like to say about my team, I honestly just wanted to grab the strongest 2 Mons I could at the beginning, and then just slowly build around to just trap and allow them to sweep. Like, there's no better, no higher planning than that.
Okay, you want to know what I think?
I would love to hear this opinion.
That is, you use this word very often, but I think there's only one kind. I think this is the only time that this is the most accurate usage of this word. This draft appears to be some form of cancer.
What the fuck?
Enormous tumor. It's an enormous tumor on the left testicle of this league. There's a Karen Black with a Z crystal. There's a Mega Pincer. There's a god that's able to trap your Mega Pincer checks and whittle the shit out of it.
Did you just
Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention.
tail on a tractor?
Off the tail on a tractor. There's a Nihilego with sand. It's not dying to anything except a bullet punch. It's not getting taunted at all. It's gonna set up 6 calm minds in your face because it wants to. There's an Arnaldo with sand. It's not dying to anything except a bullet punch. There's a Kamala to just come in on whenever you thought you could set up status on anything. Kamala's just like, hey, I heard you like status. I hope you don't mind if I set up 6 bulk ups and wish stall you. And then there's a Frogadier, which is gonna sweep somebody. I've foreseen it. Oh, so much. Like, I like it, but for 50 to 75, it's like, now it's actually usable. Like, now Specs is actually worth something. Because it can also still do run guts. Like, why didn't they just move it? Why can it do both now? You can run Specs Boom Burst and or Guts, or both if you want. Stop you from running Specs Guts that come in on a Toxic from Alamomola. Brave Bird the shit out of something that doesn't predict you to Boom Burst. I don't know.
27 has just told us how Jayhawk season will go, so he'll probably be using EV Week 8.
That this is the second team that I'm very upset allowed to happen. There's like on here that I'm upset that we're allowed to happen. John's team I'm upset was allowed to happen. And it was this team, but the next one I have like so much to say about. So I'm just gonna let you guys wrap this up so I can get on to that.
On the next team?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say 27 is shook.
Alright, guys, I'll be back in a sec.
I don't know if that was Sokka saying that he's actually going to speak for the first time in his life, or if he's actually just going to leave.
That wasn't me.
That was not.
Oh my god, Sokka's voice.
What about it?
Okay, hold on real fast. We're going to take a quick... In the spirit of Kentucky, we're going to take a quick commercial break so that we can shut up things more properly.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, aka yes, we do deep fried bacon.
Okay, no.
If anybody has anything to say about the upcoming team,
That next team is heat. That's all I have to say.
Gosh freaking dang it. Why ain't this working?
It's heat, alright.
Literally, the 2 Mon stall team, and the rest just...
Shit.
Okay,
Literally,
Trying
Yeah,
to
it's
switch
really
this
hard
to
to say.
basic. Oh, I know how to fix this. Voice. That. Better. Okay. There we go. Now you guys aren't spamming through the entire household. Now let me add you back onto OBS. Okay. Before we talk about the cancer that is the Gainesville Greninjas, we better first talk about the new coach in the league, and that is the San Diego Padreagons and Coach Byrne. And
Commander.
yes.
Rest in peace, Bunny.
I just want, all I want is for you to lift off of, just tell them what the Mons are, so I can go on my rant.
Okay, so 27 is going to explain Byrne's team. Byrne's team consists of the mascot that Bunny chose before he started talking about World War II, in Vileplume as a Z-Mon. He has Tapu Koko with a Z-Mon. He has not Cresselia. That would make the team even
Celesteela.
Celesteela. He has Mega Sableye, which is what he got season 1. He has a Crobat. He has a Latios. He has a Poliwrath. He has a Mudsdale, which I absolutely hate, so I'm super glad I don't have to face that. He has a Porygon Z. He has an Emboar, and he has a Slowking. I'm going to mute the mic.
Okay,
And
So
27
is gay.
ladies and
I
gentlemen,
have no clue what he's saying.
are you aware that you are looking at the most stupid core that I've ever, like, just thought of? Really, really, really dumb. Anyone who uses Celicoco on the ladder, it's one of those things where you see, you forfeit. You know what? I don't care if you have a Pheromosa. You forfeit right there, because you don't want to deal with that. Nobody wants to put up with Celicoco. It's so dumb. You just volt switch straight into it, and then nothing happens, because Celesteela is Celesteela. And you're like, oh, well, I have whatever. Like, I have fire move, and you're like, it doesn't even matter. I'm gonna go out to my Latios, and I'm gonna drop a Draco in your face, and you're gonna
I agree. Celesteela, Tapu Koko together.
you're gonna feel
Really
bad.
threatening.
He has retarded, like, Bolt Beam is already gonna be stupid with Porygon Z. Porygon Z's Bolt Beam is gonna be stupid.
Yeah, at least it doesn't have Z conversion.
That doesn't even. Alright. And
Burn.
he has 2 Mons with 130 base speed. With base 130 speed, one with base 110, and one with 90 that gets agility. It's gonna run.
I gotta ask though, why did he jump
He's just gonna
Poliwrath round 7?
He was probably trying to get that Pelipper.
Who got Pelipper?
I already ranted about John.
Oh,
Let's talk about this.
wonder why I didn't grab it
Please
sooner.
move on to the trash that's the Gainesville Greninjas.
Celesteela, Mega Sableye. That's dumb in the first place. But
Oh,
then you wanted to go further, and you're like, yeah, it would be really fun, guys. if I had a slow
we're
game.
talking about how Porygon Z is gonna be insane with Bolt Beam. This team, like, altogether, is kinda weak to Bolt Beam.
Bolt Beam is Bolt Beam, okay?
Yeah.
He has Mudsdale, which is like
Beam.
Which is beam.
or like Dominatan. You just come in, and now what?
Porygon Z is very, very
Well, it's a
strong.
major ice weakness.
Weak to fire, but he has
More or
Mudsdale,
less,
so he doesn't really
he's more
have to.
ice than fire.
But I mean, hey, ice is ice. It's a freaking good pick.
Wonder if he's ever gonna pull off a last resort sometime this season with Porygon Z.
Would actually die in real life if that happened,
That would be cat.
and then my heart would stop.
Yeah, very scary team indeed. expect this team to do well. The only thing I don't really agree with, again, is the Poliwrath pick. But everything else is pretty solid.
Alright.
Here's what I think. I think the person who drafted this should never, ever, 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 ever be allowed in the server again. And if he is, he shall be executed by firing squad on first sight.
They aren't in the server again.
If he ever attempts to return, he will be executed on site by firing squad.
Okay.
Squad is not
How many
shooting.
teams do we go over?
But the squad is not shooting rifles or bullets. It's shooting scorpions in your skin. And you
From
die.
Hunter the Burn.
Oh yeah, I just realized he also has no stealth rocker.
Well,
This is true, but look at it.
I mean, he has a debugger and still, but wait, doesn't Mudtail get
Like, he
stealth rock?
has no way to set up hazards, which is very important in the league format.
That is true.
Well, there is the lead sheet. Then again,
That's
I
His
mean-
only way to set up hazards if his Mega Stable Eye bounces back hazards.
I mean, I think that's
It's probably the most reliable way for setting up hazards.
does Vileplume get toxic spikes? Because that could possibly be another way.
I hope you heard everything I had to say about his team. So that you know.
So how many teams have we went over so far?
Burn, if I see you in playoff bracket, I'm not gonna say this so it comes back and gets put in the diss track, chillin' dude style. I'm just gonna say, I don't like your team.
Does
And
this mean
I don't like Bunny for drafting your team.
Does this mean we're almost done with the 27
The
rant?
rant.
Yeah,
Okay.
The rant.
yeah, I'm done.
Okay, so
The
I
rant
have
is
no
over.
clue what they said because I muted my mic and left the room. So they could have been talking about Chipotle for all I care.
Back into another rant when I'm telling. Look at Azzi's team.
Yep, we're going to move in
Oh,
from
it's-
one rant to the next rant. We're moving on
Not-
to Ozzy's team, coach of the Gainsville Greninjas. Or
Oh,
the
well, we
Gainesville.
missed my analysis. Okay. Yo, Ozzy's team is nuts.
Ozzy's team is terrifying, like Ozzy is normally.
Ozzy has Z-Zapdos, Heatran, Dugtrio, Starmie, Klefki, Nidoqueen, Haxorus, Mega Gardevoir, Z-Tornadus, Buzzwole, and Roserade.
Which is
How
like,
he got Buzzwole round 10 is beyond me.
it was one of those things where I pointed it out and he's like, wait, what? Like I pointed it out in chat and he had his pick and he's like, wait, what?
Why would you do
That's
that?
why we don't
Come
point
here.
things out.
We don't point anything out to anyone.
I'm a nice
You see,
person.
the thing is,
man.
I would have gotten Buzzwole, but it just didn't really fit the mold of my team. This team is a team that that fits Buzzwole with like stuff like Heatran, Klefki, and Zapdos to
Someone has it now.
sponge up those flying moves. What were you saying?
Buzzwole to run through people, but for some reason it has it now.
I'm just thinking about that core, the Heatran Buzzwole core.
There's
is
not a lot of
A
things.
really
There's-
good core, both offensively and defensively.
Nice to power gem.
Dies to
Dies to
can't see.
Any Rhyperior out there?
Yeah, up here, where
Dies
you
to
at?
Mega Diancie.
Actually, Red Trigger does run through.
Other than that, though, like,
Tyler, get over
Heatran
here.
pretty much sponges up all of
Aerial Ace Hyperior.
Buzzwole's weaknesses.
Aerial Ace.
Fairy, fire, flying.
We're going to. I don't want to talk. I don't want to go into a depressive state of mind. So we're going to move away from Ozzy's team. We're going to go to
Yeah,
a very
it's nothing.
returning coach in the TISA. We got Goku, coach of the Portland Greninjas.
Every
Another really good
That's
team.
why I'm scared of.
I actually like this team more than the Greninjas. Like, this would be a team that I would probably use. It has Z Greninja, Mega Charizard X, Mamoswine, Clefable, Scizor, Serena, Z Alakazam, Chansey, Alolan Ninetales, Heracross, and Magneton.
Zebra Ninja does
I
sound scary
wasn't
just because of how many moves.
God damn it.
Whoever
Greninja.
drafted this team just wanted to see the world burn.
Goku
That was
usually likes to see the
very
John
good.
wanted to see the world. Actually, John wanted to see the world drown.
That's my boy, Alaka Jam.
He's from
He has the speed, he has the power, he has the bulk.
He has the mix-ups with that
Yeah.
Greninja.
And he also has setup
That's my
fodder and
boy.
Chansey.
That's my boy, Alex.
I mean, that's really. I mean, other than it being set up on our Chansey is an okay mon. It's not the greatest.
Chansey is one of those things that's like
Chansey could turn
super
around.
gross.
Here's the thing, though. Chansey, it is set up for him, but you also have to consider the fact that he has a Clefable, which can have Unaware.
True. Also,
Chansey
just
is super disgusting and gross until you remember to bring substitute, and then it is literally lunch.
to point things out, just so that everyone at home knows, this is Torrent Greninja. We aren't stupid enough to allow the other two abilities.
Unless your name is ZHO21 Ape, you wouldn't be stupid enough to allow Protein Ninja.
It's still very versatile in its.
Yeah, still very versatile, insane speed, great coverage, access to entry hazards. It's a very reliable mod. And a great Z captain as well.
27.
Same goes for Alec.
Okay. 27's going to do 27 things. So I wonder how many things he'll have done by the time we get to his team. We're going to move on from Goku's themes. Oh, yeah, we all knew that, 27.
He has 27 minutes before he.
We're going to move on to Wet Wan's team, coach of the Chicago Crawdons, one of the new coaches this season. He has Z Crawdon, Z Infernape, Mega Skeptile, which dies to an Expert Belt Ice Shard from Donphan, but I don't play him. Medicham, Lycanroc Day for Alligator, because he didn't want people to have a for Alligator, because he already had Crawdon. So he just took for Alligator as well. He has Bisharp, which literally, I remember 6 different people asked for Bisharp and then changed their mind later on. And Wet was the only one who decided on getting Bisharp and staying with it. He has a Xatu, likes to magic bounce things. I've had Xatu before. It's a pretty decent mon. He has Barbaracle, which I really haven't seen in League format, but Wet will bring something new to the table. He has Bronzong, which is a fantastic mon in League format. His team's not really centered around Trick Rooming. I mean, he does have that Crawdon. He does have other things that can potentially pull off Trick Room, but that is a option. And then he has the Meloetta.
Meloetta is a fantastic mon in the format, especially late round. AV, Specs, Calm Mind, it could be a mini Megalope. It's just fantastic.
Yep.
Barbaracle, though, is something I definitely didn't expect. Barbaracle is okay. Like, it's not the greatest, but Barbaracle, access to Shell Smash, it's actually one of the faster Shell Smashers out there, believe it or not. And with tough claws, it can hit very hard with it. Unfortunately, it just lacks a little bit of oomph.
His whole team lacks a lot of coverage, in my.
This team is kind of predictable.
It's mostly water types. It's mostly Pokemon weak.
His most versatile mons are Meloetta and Fernape.
Yeah, and
like,
also
Megapixel can do some
weak
work
to
too,
fighting moves. It's just electric, especially electric. It's just
And he only has one form of hazard removal.
He also has one form of dealing with grass, and it's not that good.
Firewater, you said Firewater, Infernape, Mega Sceptile, and Barbaracle Crawdon, or for Alligator. 3 water types, 2 of which kind of do the same thing.
Yeah.
3 water types? He has 4 psychic types.
Yeah.
Medicham, Xatu, Monsang, Meloetta, where's his dark type switch?
You turn knockoff if you have low and knock pursuit for free.
So is Medicham.
It's
I gotta wonder though, why did he grab Medicham round 4, round 3?
Round 3?
Round 3. Why did he grab it round 3?
I honestly don't know.
Especially,
I figured it would go like either like late or undrafted. I didn't think it would go that early. It's a great mon, but it's not like anything
not bad.
early round worthy.
Oh,
especially
you
when
just
he
sent me an
already
email.
has.
That's Jackus.
Metachan could be really threatening.
Just because of how good of a nuker it can be.
Yes, if you run the right side.
If you don't prepare for Metachan, it will end your life.
It will tear through your team, no questions asked.
I've watched Jhawk do a lot of that.
Nah.
We're going to move on from what's team. We're going to move on to a team that someone should definitely be able to talk about.
Dewott, and he has Dewott. Okay, his team has Z Oshawott, Mega Caesar,
Not even
Latias, Superior, Semi-Seer, Swampert, Sableye, Minun, Primarita, Z Arbok, Beautiful.
And you all will laugh, but I want to point out, Torchic has already gotten a kill this season for Halo.
Oh, really?
Yes,
What?
Torchic has already gotten a kill, so anything can happen, and I fully expect Z Oshawott to come at some point in time.
Are you kidding me?
I don't expect Oshawott ever.
No, but Z Oshawott. Even if he has the Oshawott, why didn't he go like Z Latias or Z Superior? Why Z Arbok?
Well,
What is
Dewott
that?
is kind of in the call and hearing all your thoughts, so he can explain.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
I need to hear the explanation for this team.
I do
this
too.
Team has a lot of
Yeah, I
explaining.
was kind of on a rush. And besides, I got swiped left and right.
A rush? This is
Oh,
a train wreck.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking during this draft. God damn myself. I may have to make a few trades during this season.
A few?
Not even Plusle. Minen.
he only has like.
So what they don't know is I muted them while they're arguing. I'm going to talk about Dewott's team here, because I understand it a bit better. He has a Z Oshawott, which would be hilarious to run. I wish I faced him. He does face Matrix, so I expect Z Oshawott to come at some point in time. He has Mega Scizor, which is a very good Mega in League format. He has Latias, which is a very good mon. It can be defensive, it can be offensive. I had it at Season 1 of the TISA. I traded it for it. I FA'd for it. He has Superior, which is a superior grass type in League format. You have to prep for it, but you don't have to bring it every week. It's one of those mom. He has Semi-Seer, which is I think it's the water type. No. I think it's the fire type one, which gives some fire coverage, which is good. And it's something that not a lot of people expect, and therefore it will be interesting to try and prep for it. He has Swampert, which is like one of his staple mons. He has Sableye, which has prankster capabilities as long as dark moves aren't a thing, or dark types aren't a thing. He has Minun, which you question that, but Plusle for Logic, coach of the Bikini Bottle Blastoise, got a lot of kills in IDL Season 2. He has Primarina, which is a fantastic Assault Vest user. He has Arbok, which has a little bit more coverage than you want it to have, and will throw teams off the yin-yang. He has Beautifly, which is the mon everyone forgets, and I fully expect to have some shenanigans similar to the Volbeat sets that Combat runs. We're going to move on over to Evan's team. Do you get Evan's team? I barely missed Evan's team. I still barely missed Evan's team. There's Evan's team. Okay. 2 more teams before 27 goes on his team. I timed that perfectly.
He's got a great team. Z Garchomp, Tapu Fini, Tornadus E, Bale, Kartana, Xurkitree, Z Stoutland, Mega Tyranitar, Gligar, and Dusknoir.
Can I just go back to Dewott's team for a second? Volcarona was picked right after Semiseer. He should have Volcarona.
Round.
So we're going to move on to Evan, coach of the Brighton Booloos. He has Garchomp, which is a Zmon that was Combat's brother's pick. He has Tapu Fini, Tornadus T, Cobalion, Volcarona, Kartana, Xurkitree, Stoutland, Megateetar, Gligar, and Dusknoir. He has a lot of really cool threats on his team. Dusknoir proves to be a very big issue in League format if people don't prep for it. Levo has shown that League in and League out. Gligar is a butt to deal with if you don't know how to work it. I'm facing Gligar in Week 8 against Pharynix of the IDL Season 3. Megateetar in a team that has Chomp is freaking scary because that makes Garchomp that much more of an issue. Tapu Fini is just an amazing mon in general. Tornadus T will be interesting to play. I've not seen a whole lot of Torn T, so it'll be interesting to see how he plays it. He has Cobalion, which is like one of the best steel types, in my opinion, offensively. It can do so much against teams. It sets up rocks, it can be run physically or specially, it can run both if it wants to. It's just a fantastic mon to run in general. Scarf sets always work for some reason, I don't know. He had got Kartana and Xurkitree back to back. I mean, he doesn't have the bet. He has good fire resists. Most of his team actually kind of resist fire with Gligar, Titar, Volcarona, Tapu Fini, and Garchomp. However, not Gligar. The challenge for him will be Cobalion and Kartana, which is two of his biggest offensive threats. Both are super weak against fire. And Kartana is just, you can slap a Hidden Power Fire on Exegil and take out Kartana. I've done that before. So you have to be very careful with how you play the team. Also, just to let everyone know how everyone that's joined. 27's obviously been joined. Combat's been there. Dewott's been there. Jhawk, Sokka, Chillie, Burn. So many Mons. They moved on. I'm probably going to shut them all up.
He has Z Sylveon, Megaladios, Togekiss, Empoleon, Z Shaman, Galvantula, Blaziken, Miltank, Cofagrigus, Regirock, and Volbeat. I like this team a lot.
Cool.
I'm taking that word of advice. I'm gonna do some, free agency picks and done some trades.
I really like this team. He's got solid core, solid hazard removal, solid rockers. I think his Mons really synergize well. The fact that he even got Megaladios. Why is Megaladios allowed?
Because this is the last season, and we allowed Lando T, so we're going to allow Megaladios just for combat.
Lando T isn't broken. Megaladios is broken.
I just want to point out,
Not really.
I've seen so many of Combat's teams. This is his best team by far. It works. It works. It's not just hitting buttons. It works. And
think about this, bro. He's got a Megaladios with a Volbeat, with Prankster, Pale Glow, and Baton Pass.
Broken. And
Tailwind.
And substitute.
Yeah, that too. Like, holy crud. That's... do I even face the dude?
Any mon in his team can be turned into a
I know.
in 2 turns. In 2 turns, any mon.
I feel so sorry for anyone that has to face combat, because some of his lore. like a lot of his lower round picks are really great. Miltank, Cofagrigus, Regirock, Blaziken, they all could fill a good role on the team. They all perform exceptionally well, all have great abilities, and they're all just solid. I can't see any mon on his team being deadweight. On top of one of the most diverse Pokemon in the game, in Sylveon, having it be any type.
Combat doesn't say anything, he just says thank you. Because remember, he drafted Megalodios, so he can't talk anymore. He lost his voice.
The only flaw with, like, Z Sylveon is that it has to be normal type to have the Z Crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Which is still scary, but it's makes life
it's decent, but it's not unstoppable.
We are going to move on. Well, someone get him back into the call. Kid.
Yo, 27. 27, your draft is 0 out of 10. You didn't draft Noel.
27, Scanner's team.
Anyway,
Okay, 27.
27, good friend, Oklahoma King Crimsons with Z Thunderous T, Z Weavile, Mega Gallade, Tentacruel, Slurpuff, Decidueye, Nidoking, Incineroar, Minior, Gyarados, and Steelix.
The Bolt Beam, I already know. I already have my analysts look at me and be like, yo, did you even, like, consider the possibility of somebody having T-Bolt and Ice Beam?
Goodness
And then I
gracious.
looked at it and I was like, oh,
Noise
shit.
in the background, holy fuck.
Those nails on chalkboards.
But yeah, I think this team is very threatening. Weavile and Mega Blade together is pretty terrifying.
27, talk.
Okay. All I want to say is, I wanted Florges instead of Slurpuff.
You're trash.
I wanted a reliable cleric, a more reliable cleric, that is. And that was the only thing I was focused on, is getting a more reliable cleric and a ground type that is not on Nidoking. I want more bulk to this team than I have. But I'm proud of what I have, and certain moves I will be making. Also, I want to say that I have Gen 7 version of Gyaravirr. So, anybody who's looking to T-Bolt my Gyarados, I have some bad news for you. But also, I want to know how I managed to get Nidoking and Decidueye and first off, who gave me Nasty Pass? That's where you fucked up. Like, I know you see these special threats. I know you see this Nidoking. I know you see this Gyarados.
I know you see
Then
this
we gave you
Aqua Jet.
Decidueye. Decidueye is a monster. A support monster. That's why he ain't here no more.
Is that all you have to say for yourself?
Anyway.
I think that is the saddest defense of a team I've ever heard.
I'm gonna be disappointed.
Outside of yours last season?
I have heard Dewott try to defend his team, and his sounded better than this.
I'm not defending my team. I just like it. I drafted it because I like it.
Yay.
My team. Dewott has to defend his team.
He defended it.
I don't care what he said.
I don't know.
Hey, it's stall.
Okay, let's unmute Chillie, or the son of the motherless goat. This is what happens.
Freaking block, floating. Whoa.
This is what happens when 27 wants to
I didn't feel like I
give a sham of a defense.
was just like, this is why I got this team. This is what was going through my mind. And this is
Was I muted, boy?
Yes, you
Yes,
were.
we shut you up so that 27 could actually talk.
Oh,
This is 27's only moment. We gave him his moment in the song.
yeah, 20's gonna have his moment. No, we... Oh, Tuan got Noel. Oh, that's why. Okay.
Can somebody?
I was like, wait, why didn't he get Noil, or that Twong got Noil?
Can someone tell me the reason behind the name Noil?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, 27, story time.
Noel is. I don't remember when this started, but I like to name all of my fairies that I've ever drafted in League ever after artists whose work might be considered somewhat lewd. And the first fairy that I ever drafted was a Togetic, and I named it Noil after my favorite artist, who's Zenobot, who goes by Noil for short. And Noil put in the maddest and the finest of work every time I've ever had him. It's always been, it's like, just whenever I need Noil to come through, Noil always comes through, unless he gets crit by a Stone Edge that was definitely not killing. But we don't talk about ULBA.
Hashtag Noil.
Togetic is a really good one.
Hashtag grass that would have killed you if you didn't crit me.
Hashtag Noiled it.
Noiled it.
It's time.
Speaking of Noil, we are going to move on now to the Vancouver Golducks, coached by T to the Wong, who has Z-Zygar 10%, Mega Diancie, Magnezone, Tangrowth, Z-Mienshao, Florges, Floritress, Slowbro, Exploud, Uxie, Noil, and Cinccino. Or Cinccino.
I can talk about Twong's team because I just watched her face bend. Twong's team is the most scary. I'm actually more scared about Twong's team than I am John's, probably because I face Twong and I don't face John. Twong's team, everything can put in work on his team. Even that crappy last choice he chose, and you throw King's Rock on it.
And Cinccino's great.
You throw King's Rock on it, and you're going to make some enemies.
Yeah, but Cinccino, let me look here.
Also, the fat piece of crap that is Slowbro, Belly Drum Slowbro already has 3 kills.
Yeah.
The only problem with this team is that it's not the fastest. 115 is like the max speed it goes. And every other team just has this really fast threat. It's like over 115, so...
Until we get
his speed tiers aren't the greatest.
But Twong has been known... By the way, Twong's yet to lose in any TISA match. He was a sub last season, and he won all 3 of his sub matches. And he is on a very strong... Hey! Speaking about champions, Aszi has actually joined us in the call.
Hello.
The Lord has blessed us.
I am. Well, your Lord and Savior is fucking tired. He's
Better be. After playing all
fucking
that
tired from reffing little girls all day. Anyways, take that as you will.
We're going to move on from Tyler's team over to Ben's team. The Melbourne Magnolese or Magnetons. Coach Big Bad, a very proven battler, always knows how to play close games. He has Z Hitmonlee, as you would expect. That'd be his mascot. He has Z Victini. It was his first time drafting Victini. He has Alola, Muck, Cresselia, Gliscor, Ferrothorn, 3 of the Mons that he loves using. Whimsicott, Como-O, which he fell in love with in the past, 5 or so months, and he has gotten many Como-O sweeps at this point in his life. Jellicent, Mega Aerodactyl being one of the fastest choices here. I think it is the fastest choice so far. And then he also has Manectric as an electric type. Ben's team is Ben all over
Annoying.
it. Plus
I would go into depth about dude's team, but all I have to say is Alolan Muck, Cresselia, and Gliscor.
That is cancer.
And Ferrothorn and Jellicent all together to make the most evil core to ever end evil cores.
Wow, that's one big
He can
But,
I mean,
Mons.
But for real, this whole team is so scary. Like, just because of the stalling potential in all of
It's
his
so
Pokemon.
fat. It's so
The thing is, you can defeat Stall. You can defeat Stall.
with taunt.
This isn't
Yeah,
really
the whole-
this isn't really stall though. This is just fat.
Substitute.
Stall would be like Mega Sableye, Chansey, like, but this is not even stall. It's just like fat, bulky mons that synergize really well together.
And then if you don't prep for Como-O or Como-O starts setting up you, that's GG.
Como is I haven't really seen too much work being put in with Como-O, but I think
you'll see it this season.
Big Bad is going to use it well.
You'll see it this season. He has swept me with it. He has swept Cheat with it. And
Cheat's garbage.
yes, Cheat is
Victini.
garbage, but
The thing is, like, on top of all these really good threats and really fat mons, he has a Victini that can use these moves.
Like,
Yeah,
that's the end all,
Xeno
be all.
Victini was pretty scary.
It's 100 base stat everything, so it's pretty scary. Either it's physical or special.
we're going to move on. We are close to this end. We are going to move on to Ocean, coach of the Los Angeles Toros, coming back from Season 1. His team is his favorite mon, Mighty Anna, which is a Z-mon, which is a little more scarier than most people give him credit for. He has Mega Manectric, which is his favorite Mega. He drafted it last season. He has Lando T, or not last season, 2 seasons ago. He has Z Azelf. He has Diggersby, stealing that from...
Diggersby, though?
He is stealing that from Big Bad. He has Rotomwash. He has that thing, which I've never faced in League
Simeon.
format. He has Shuckle. He has
That
regular.
thing.
He has Golisopod, and he has Pilosand.
I kind of like his
Hey, let's see.
pick. It's pretty bulky. It does some stuff.
Mega Manectric, Lando T, Azelf, Hamilton.
Honestly, it's honestly a solid draft. He's going to be running so much hyper offense though.
It's
Very
not that it's-
scary offensively.
There's little room for
be able to
defense with this
predict
team.
pretty well in order to be successful with this team. If
The
he can
only-
do that, and
Only real defense he has is Rotom.
And Shuckle.
Rotomwash. Yeah, and
Um,
Shuckle.
Palestine could be defensive too. That's
yeah, no, that's
That
what I
is true.
said. I said he has 3 defensive mines, which are pretty decent.
My only, one of my bigger complaints is that he doesn't really have any good answer to grass types.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than Golisopod and Muck. Muck is his only grass resist.
Wait, what is this?
Now,
Everything else is either weak to or takes neutral damage from grass.
we're
I
going to
mean,
move on. Well,
Yeah.
words. Okay. We're going to move on to the last 3 teams. Obviously, the 3 best teams. Even though one
Lies.
of the... Obviously, Matrix isn't here to defend himself. Halo just left, but I know his team rather well because I helped him draft it. We're going to start with Halo and Kayla because boyfriend, girlfriend, same coach.
We're gonna start with the Z Staraptor and Torchic with Torchic with a kill.
Coach of the St. Louis Carvanhas with Staraptor and Torchic because Halo chose Staraptor and Kayla chose Torchic. And you may laugh, but Torchic did end up killing Drapion with a Fire Blast.
That actually sounds kind of funny.
No.
I'm not
Mew,
gonna say Mega Altari existed, but it did.
Zemu, Exadrill, Toxapex, Mimikyu, Mega Sharpedo,
Oh, yeah,
Chandelure, Celebi, Lantern, Conklander, which is actually one of Halo's favorite mons, and with on the request of Brayden on trying to help out the team is Lilligant. Halo's team it has things that he can prep easily, and that's really what he needs. He doesn't like to prep. He's lazy in that. He's a fantastic battler, and if he prepped as well as he battled, he would be getting a lot of wins, except he's lazy. He always tries to find the shortcut. But if you don't remember, Staraptor put in a lot of work Season 2. He actually drafted mid-season just to deal with Brayden, and it ended up keeping him from getting 6-0'd by Brayden and his Suicune. He drafted my core of Mew and Exadrill, which is actually what I was going to draft instead of what I got as my Rapid Spinner and my Zoommon. He has Toxapex, which is a massive wall. He has Mimikyu, which has Disguise, and that's a pain in the butt to deal with in League format, unless you have Mold Breaker. Wait, he has Extra. He has Mega Sharpedo, which is a Mega that he enjoys using, and it'll be interesting to see how he pulls it off. I know he knows how to use it rather well. He has Chandelure, which can run many sets and do many different things. He has Celebi, which can do the exact same thing. Lantern, which people sleep on, but Assault Vest Lantern can actually put in some work against the special attackers that may go against it. He has Conklander, which puts in a heavy amount of work. And he has Lilligant, which I've never seen in League format.
Conkeldurr, round 9.
Wait,
Semi-Seer, round 4.
Why'd you spell it Conklander?
Conkeldurr is a seriously good mon. Very underrated in the format, in the fact that it could go Assault Vest. It is a very scary status absorber.
It really is. Just because of guts and how much attack and how much bulk it actually has.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely a steal for round for like the last 2 rounds. I think it's like a round 4 or round 3 pick. Then again, Semi-Seer is a less.
I mean, Semi-Seer, if Semi-Seer's a round 4 pick, Conkeldurr can definitely be a round 9.
10.
My only gripe with this team really is that he doesn't really have like instant sand for Excadrill.
Right.
Yeah, that's the only downfall.
He
So
really should have picked Gigalith instead of Lilligant.
for the most part, he's going to be running Scarfed Excadrill or even the Air Balloon Excadrill.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like Excadrill becomes somewhat predictable, like without sand.
And can we make sure that when Halo watches this video, can we make sure to cut out the part about mentioning him getting Gigalith? That'd be nice.
Why? Is it undrafted?
Why did he even go Lilligant? He has a Celebi.
I would got a mon that does a job worse than it's a.
I mean, if you think about it, there is a weakness to Halo's team where he has to rely on one ground resist.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Like that's
2 counting Lilligant.
Yeah, but you're not bringing both. Usually, unless you're trying to like baton pass like a nasty plot onto Lilligant and then be
Hippowdon. How long did Hippowdon go for?
It went a ways.
No.
Hippowdon went like round
5-ish, 4-ish.
Yeah, I see. But Gigalith was still there, and Gigalith is probably the best partner you can get for Excadrill.
Tyranitar?
Tyranitar is even better.
You mean like still available?
Still available would be Gigalith.
Tyranitar, I don't know. I just don't really find it fitting like with Excadrill that great.
I mean, I get what
I've never really seen Excadrill T-Tar put in that much work together.
Hello?
They're a great standalone, but together, like as a pair, they didn't really do much.
Together they work so well, especially in ORAS, like
fighting moves just kill them both.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you run a Clefable along on your like OU team.
Something that like
Gigalith, and it was not here. Gigalith has access to gravity, and that is such a good thing when you have an Excadrill.
We're gonna move on.
That's terrifying.
Those are the 20 teams going for the playoffs. Those are the 20 teams that have to worry about winning every week and differential and, competitive crap like that. Now we're going to move on to the best division. In this division, we start off with Matrix, coach of the Carolina Lycanrocs. He was supposed to be here at this time, but he evidently is being a little bit slower because of work wasn't that best in the world. But his team consists of Z-Ditto, and that should concern more people than I think it does. Zoroark, Mega Banette, Suicune, Z-Raikou.
I faced this guy week 4. I'm screwed.
He has the turtle. He has the turtle Torkotor Terracore. He has Mr. Mime. He has Tyrantrum. He has Durant, and then he finished things off with Pangoro.
I don't
What a
think they're
team.
turtles. I think they're tortoises.
He got rain, or not rain. He got sun with nothing to abuse the sun.
It literally cripples.
A Ditto? No, that you're wrong, Jhawk. That's where you're wrong. That's when the Ditto comes in to mirror the Venusaur, and then boom.
That's where the Ditto comes in.
Who has Venusaur?
That's where the Ditto comes in to mirror the Semi-Seer.
Yeah, it's to mirror Sokka's Venusaur pre-evolution, and then
Because I'm gonna put chlorophyll on it. I'm just gonna give it, keep it with overgrow.
It's to mirror the chlorophyll chestnut that totally exists.
I would say he has no hazard removal, but Torkoal does get Rapid Spin.
And Ditto.
And Ditto is in the right hands.
You know what I should do? I should have just drafted an entire team that could learn Metronome.
Oh my god.
You want?
Actually, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do for next recording. I'm probably just gonna make a team of all Metronome and see if I can win one game.
Yeah, he does have pretty scary threats, but at the end of the day, it's kind of a meh team.
It is his team
I see this
theme.
team picking up 2 wins at most.
His team theme perfectly describes the team.
Team WTF.
And we're gonna move on to the final team.
Final team.
Charity team.
The family. Hashtag family.
This
The
is a
Sylveon KC, coached by Commander, the owner of this league, with Z Sylveon, Jolteon, Espeon, Umbreon, Vaporeon, Leafeon, Glaceon, Flareon, Donphan, Mega Altaria, and Z Drapion.
And in the Evolutions team, because I hoard things. I did not hoard the child though. I sent that off to an apprentice, or I sent it off as an apprentice. If he gets 7 wins.
You really should have gotten Z Eevee. That would have been fantastic.
We honestly could have made an exception for your case. Can we all agree to make an exception for Commander and him draft Eevee with Z, make it Z Eevee over his Drapion?
Eevee?
Jhawk
Yeah.
he has that reserved in case he goes 7-0.
Man, no.
Alright, if I lose,
that's
no.
0 out of 10. This team is a 9 out of 10 because, it's not 10 out of 10 because you don't have Z Eevee.
I agree.
The first game I lose, Eevee automatically goes to his team.
And Drapion gets kicked.
Yes.
Sounds good to me.
Wait, does anybody even have Eevee, or?
No, it's reserved for Jhawk until he loses.
I need to go
GG.
7-0 to play Commander and beat him with his own baby.
GG, it's Chillie. I wasn't even here for for my analysis. Lol.
You could probably do a quick rundown of your team.
We'll go back because none of you realized this, and I realized this once we got to John. It never recorded anyone until we got to John.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Fucking idiot.
So we're going to jump back because we're only at an hour 15, so we still have 45 minutes before we get to how long it took last season to go through the teams.
Can we go longer?
I don't know how we're going to do this in 4 teams, but we're going to jump back. We'll start with Chillie because Chillie's actually in here.
Yeah, I'm right here.
If he
Hi,
decides
guys.
to talk about his life and his life choices and why he's actually going to be here for things. We have Chillie, coach of the Yvetials, his team of Z Chestnut. Z, I want to have
Yo, it's your boy
everyone
Chillie, the coach of the New Jersey Yvetials.
his Florges, Necrozma, Mega Blastoise, Zygar 50%, Heliolisk, Aerodactyl, Spiritomb, Ninetales, and Cloyster. So explain.
Well,
That Chlorophyll
I picked
Chestnut.
Jirachi, both as my Zmon and just my first overall pick because I just wanted to try it out. I've had experience with Jirachi before, but never really in the league format, and I've seen so many people put in a lot of work with Jirachi.
Well, yeah, you can win a game by just clicking Ironhead Heart Stamp.
Just Ironhead, 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 every single, my entire division, just Ironhead, Ironhead, Ironhead. Yeah. Not only that, but I had Necrozma. Necrozma is one of the scariest Pokemon in the entire format. Some people think it should be banned, others think it's perfectly fine. I'm kinda in the middle, like, Necrozma is very powerful, but you need the right team around Necrozma. And I think they have a pretty decent team around Necrozma. It takes a lot of Stealth Rock pressure off of Jirachi. I didn't pick it just because, like, it went early. I picked Necrozma as sort of like a backup Jirachi. Say I need Stealth Rock. I don't want to use Jirachi as my Stealth Rocker. Then I'll use Necrozma.
Makes sense.
Wait. And I drafted Heliolisk with the intention of drafting Late Sun by picking up Ninetales. Solar Power Heliolisk hits so hard.
Yeah.
And I think I got a pretty decent steal round 10 with Cloyster. Access to hazard removal, and like hazard spiking with spikes and toxic spikes, I believe. It's a very scary Shell Smash sweeper. And I kind of needed that ice type. What do you guys think?
I've already said mine.
All I hear is typing.
Aszi, Jhawk, and Sokka get to explain things because me and Dewotts already said stuff. Well, I guess they didn't hear it, but that's besides the point.
Explain what?
Talking about
Chillie's team.
the person who just wants to flinch the world.
Yeah,
aka me.
it's basically a war machine.
Personally, this team is kind of scary with a sweeper in Cloyster. Which is, I mean, it's not that scary, but if you don't have the right team to deal with it, it's going to pretty much
Run through you.
happen.
No chance
Yeah.
of survival. Get out of here.
Yeah, basically, you said it perfectly. Jirachi, also very scary. There's no really explaining what it does. It's fairly obvious, but it has some other sets to go with it.
He's here.
Then we have the trademarked chlorophyll chestnut.
This is true.
Chestnut, get out of here.
Okay.
This is all fact.
Facts. But he does have another stealth rocker in regular
Yeah, Aerodactyl.
which is really
Aerodactyl is also a really underrated mon.
good. It really is. It's so
Fast as
good.
hell. Hits decently hard.
Now,
Probably
Very
uh,
satisfying lead.
The fastest rocker.
I want to introduce
Yeah.
one of the other coaches that was going to be here, and he has finally arrived. We have Matrix, coach of the Carolina Lycanroc. Sadly, we've already talked about him. We'll probably go back at the end.
GG. GG
Yay!
Matrix.
Woo! Yay!
Good to see you back,
Yeah, I knew he was here.
Matrix, my ears. Jesus Christ.
That's why I turned down the volume.
Yeah, that's my team.
Welcome to our club. Welcome to our club. Welcome Matrix. Welcome Matrix. Welcome Matrix.
Welcome Matrix. Welcome Matrix. Welcome
We're
Matrix.
going to move on to... I haven't seen this guy's game, but I saw that Hiker played. Hiker and John's already played each other. I don't know who's won, but we're going to talk about Hiker's team real fast. His team is complete garbage because he has Mega Medicham, Tyranitar, Entei, Milotic, Delmise. He has the worst mon in Z Salamence. He has Licky Licky. He has Electros. He has Dowblade. He has Gramble. And he has probably the best mon in League format being Z Boldor.
Yeah. The Boldor is completely 1,000,000% trash. Best mon on his team. Everything else is trash.
I mean, Z self-destruct.
Like, how are you gonna draft a Tyranitar when you have the Lord Boldor right there?
Oh Lord, Bulldog. Yeah, exactly. You can't beat Bulldor. Bulldor will Z explode on your face.
That's where Damp comes in.
The damp Swampert drafted
By Sammy's here.
Yeah, that
Drafted
Z
Regulus
solar
every
beam
year.
though.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
Bulldor does have access. Oh no, never mind. It doesn't have access to solar beam. That's Gigalith. But
You know what I'm
Jared,
like
the best mon on his team, definitely Bulldor.
Yeah.
Everything else, like Z. Why did he pick Salamence as a Z captain? Like that's probably the worst one. Like Licky Licky is a better Z captain.
No, boy, stop.
This team has no synergy. He only has some of the best hazard removal. He has Delmise, which is one of the worst hazard removals in the game because it's a ghost spin blocker that can beat spin blockers.
We'll move on from Hiker's horrible team to an even more horrible team. We're going to talk about Jornsey, coach of the Boston Bulbasaurs. I don't know why they came over from the same. Do they come over from the same city? Do they? They probably share the same buses when they go to different cities. So they can
Jornsey though, Boston, the based in Babasaurs because they're Bay. They have
way too many Boston teams.
They have Jay the Rampardos as their Z.
That's why Jhawk moved to Kentucky for the Kentucky Fried Chikoritas.
Yeah.
It's a restaurant chain. Why is that a D?
We have Jornsey's team consisting of Z Rampardos, Magearna, which is probably should never be drafted ever. Like
Z Dragonite, Mantine, Alola Marowak, Crocodile, Dragalge, Verizon, Mega Alakazam, Avalugg, and Audino.
I don't like the Audino.
No one likes Audino.
I love Audino. It is very underrated mon. A Wish Passer that has Regenerator.
Audino is trash. It should never been created. That's just my opinion, though.
And
I really like this team's synergy.
Jornsey drafted a very nice team.
Well together.
We aren't going to make fun of him like Hiker because it's fun to make fun of Hiker because he doesn't talk. But Jornsey's team's a good team. I do face it like week 6 or something. And Magearna is a very hard opponent, especially when you're a Sylveon. However, I have more answers to the thing. I have more answers to that thing from laddering than most people do. Unless I get Z Eevee, and then it's easy. You
won't.
Eevee boost into Mega Altaria. Boom, win every game.
Actually, no. I think I'm gonna stop right there. I can't lose a game now. Everyone else loses, or else everyone else loses.
I actually faced Jornsey week 1, and I have a couple tools planned for him.
We're gonna move to our final team. We're going to move to the final team, actually. Actually, I should probably make sure. Okay, you can see it.
Hunter, coach of the Houston Dynamo, and their team has Z Wobbuffet, Hydreigon, Lucario, Azumarill, Darmanitan, Breloom, Z Gengar, Mesprit, Cryogonal, Porygon 2, and Mega Pidgeot.
Z Wobbuffet, really?
Really, Z Wobbuffet?
Hunter's team is very good on paper. However, you know everything only has about 1 or 2 sets it should run.
Yeah, it's not really that versatile.
Every time he brings it.
You'll know...
His most versatile mons are Lucario, Gengar,
and
maybe Porygon 2.
Maybe Cryogonal, because people might not think of what it does.
Right.
Cryogonal is an okay Pokemon.
It's actually really good since it gets access.
He doesn't really have that great of fighting. Well, I wouldn't. Never mind. He has a Wobbuffet. He has an Azumarill. He has a Gengar mess, but he has the fighting switches.
But he does not have good hazard removal. Not at all.
His hazard removal consists in, drumroll please, a Mega Pidgeot.
Diagonal and Mega Pidgeot are his hazard removal.
And
one more thing though, why does he have Z Wobbuffet?
because every Pearson's mascot is a Zmon, and then everyone got to choose one. So basically, I forced you to have one, and then I let you. I was nice and made you have another one.
That Z Splash Wobbuffet?
Oh my god.
That's right. I mean.
Z Splash Wobbuffet, it'll make counter go up by 0%.
Struggle. Z counter, or Z
Struggle.
slash struggle.
Z Splash into struggle.
That's that's a lord set right there.
Make it so you have only one PP of Splash.
Somehow.
or get taunted. Proceed to get taunted. If anyone loses...
Well, otherwise, this isn't a good Z captain at all.
Does Z counter, does that act as like a fighting MZ all up pummeling?
I'm gonna look right here. I'm gonna look right here if like Z counter or Z miracle are actually a thing. I'm gonna see right here. Let's see. Attack
Boost
dex. Counter. There we go.
Yeah, its Z power is well.
Yeah, it actually does have a Z move. Its Z base power is 100.
Oh!
And I'm guessing Miracle is the same thing for Psychic types.
Oh! That could be interesting.
Offenses of 33 in each stat.
That could catch someone off guard. That's all I'm saying.
It will.
But it's not going to do anything, even if it's super effective. It has 33 special attack and 33 physical attack. That's pitiful.
It's amazing.
Yeah. It's meant for like the unexpected kill.
Yes.
Like like a Smeargle sweep.
I don't think it even kills Toxicroak.
That most certainly kills.
It's an okay team.
So we've gone over all the teams. So does anyone have any last words before I wrap up this 90 minutes?
Hiker's probably gonna be the toughest season I've ever had. Ever.
I do got one question. I want to find out what you guys said about mine, because like I was gone for that.
Well,
we said yours was very interesting.
We talked about the potential of Z Ditto being really bad. We talked about how you have the Tortoise War. I don't know what else they said I left.
How Z counter Z Miracle Wobbuffet. Z Splash Wobbuffet with Z Splash Wobbuffet into Z counter though.
Ooh, double Z move. Let's get it.
Yeah. Yeah. All around, the draft has been pretty solid. Every team, like, there's no bad team, even if there are some bad picks.
Boy, you already know my team horrible.
So I'm gonna wrap things up.
Wait, before we end this, I'd just like to say Sokka's losing week 1. I'm calling it right now.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No,
I'm gonna be losing every single week. I'm gonna be losing every single week. We already know this. Team Matrix is coming in hot, boy.
That is all.
That's an
Actually, I'm gonna do this.
Who hired?
That is all. My name is CmdrYT. If you did, please like, comment down below. We will see you again next time. That is for myself. That is for Halo. That is for Kayla. That is for Combat. That is for Aszi. That is for Burn, Dewott, Jhawk, Matrix, Sokka, Chillie, and of course 27. We will see you again next time. And remember, Kentucky Fried Chikoritas.